This is the Stock Market Daily News podcast for Friday, December 6th, 2025. I'm your host, recapping all the essential action from Thursday's trading session. The S&P 500 notched modest gains, moving ever closer to its all-time high, while the Dow Jones and Nasdaq also posted small advances. Investors seem cautiously optimistic after a flurry of economic reports and a few headline stories on cryptocurrencies and blue-chip stocks made waves. Today, we'll unpack the day's market moves, why Wall Street's watching Bitcoin and MicroStrategy, and what it all means for your portfolio. Let's dive in. Wall Street's major indexes barely budged but ticked upward on Thursday, inching the S&P 500 just shy of its record peak. The index closed up less than 0.1%, roughly 4 points higher. The Dow added about 60 points, and the Nasdaq advanced by 15. Trading volumes were lighter than average, but broad market sentiment stayed positive, fueled by ongoing hopes for a soft landing as economic data remains resilient. One big focus, Bitcoin took a tumble but is showing stability at current levels. JP Morgan reiterated its bold target for Bitcoin at $170,000 within 6 to 12 months, even after recent sharp drops. The world's top cryptocurrency traded around $91,000 Thursday, almost 30% off its recent high above $120,000. JP Morgan points to volatility, mining pressure in China, and leveraged traders getting squeezed as key drivers, but expects a positive push if market catalysts align. For crypto holders, the message is, volatility is the norm, but big banks still see room for growth. Turning to MicroStrategy, the firm remains the largest corporate holder of Bitcoin, owning roughly 650,000 coins. After a roller coaster ride for both MicroStrategy's stock and Bitcoin, investors are paying close attention to the company's buffer fund and its margin for forced selling. Analysts highlight its reserve of $1.4 billion as a key safety net and note the company's enterprise value to Bitcoin holdings ratio as a watchpoint for risk. Bottom line, MicroStrategy remains a bet on Bitcoin's direction, and its next moves will ripple across the tech and crypto sectors. Back in equities, Thursday's sector performance was mixed. Tech and financials edged higher, with steady interest rate signals helping bank stocks. Energy lagged behind as oil prices eased further, indicating some cooling of earlier inflation pressures. Defensive sectors like healthcare and utilities saw mild gains, reflecting cautious optimism without a rush to riskier assets. Looking ahead, investors are focusing on next week's Federal Reserve policy meeting. The big question, will the central bank signal an end to rate hikes and hint at possible cuts in early 2026? Traders are also watching upcoming inflation numbers and earnings from major retailers to gauge holiday season demand. To recap, the S&P 500, Dow, and Nasdaq all closed barely higher, with Wall Street approaching record territory. Bitcoin and MicroStrategy made headlines amid recent crypto volatility, while sector rotation signals a market-seeking direction. Don't forget to subscribe and join us again for Monday's market update. For more insights and daily coverage, follow us online. Thanks for tuning in to Stock Market Daily News, where we turn the day's headlines into tomorrow's opportunities.